So it's a Saturday morning. Well, when I shot this video, okay. And today I decided to be extra, well, in my own terms, okay. I am doing some Hausa Koko and Bofrot for the family. Usually, we would buy this on the street, but in all honesty, we are not close to a lot of things. So sometimes I just want to make some stuff at home. So let's get started with breakfast. So in this bowl, I have some all-purpose flour. I'm going in with some sugar and yeast, and then I'll go in with my fork to mix all the dry ingredients together. And then I'll go ahead and measure some warm water and then add it. All the ingredients and their measurements will be in the description box for you to follow. And then if you want to replicate the recipe, you can go ahead and do that. What I just added is some vanilla essence. You can omit it or even add nutmeg powder to the mixture. It also adds great flavor to your bofrot or toogbei or puff puff, like our Nigerian siblings call it. Okay. So as you can see, I'm going in with the warm water bit by bit. Personally, I'm not very skilled with dropping the puff puff or bofrot butter into the oil. So I make sure that my mixture is not very light or runny. If you're good at it, well, you can make your batter or your mixture a bit light. So when you're dropping it, however you want it, it's good to go. But personally, like I said, I'm not very good at it. So I don't make my mixture too runny. So at this point, I've added enough water. I've beaten my butter for some time. I've introduced a bit of air in there, and then the gluten has been activated. So I'm going to leave this to sit for about 30 minutes, and then I'll go ahead and prepare my Hausa Koko. So what I have here is Hausa Koko powder. I get it from a friend who lives close by. Okay, contact her if you want this. It's so good, and it's custom made. She doesn't add spice because of the kids personally when I'm buying. So she can add spice if you want. Okay. So this is the powder. I'm going to go in with a bit of water to mix it up. And then at this point, I have some water also on fire. The water is expected to boil before I add in this mixture of Hausa cocoa powder and water. So if you are skeptical, the instructions on the pouch, so you can just read it and then follow accordingly. It's so easy to prepare, okay? So my water is boiling now. I'm going to add in my mixture, but be sure that once you are putting in your mixture, you're also whisking so that you do not get any lumps in there. And the truth of the matter is that once it begins to thicken up, just add some water and keep whisking. And then in a few minutes, your Hausa cocoa will be ready. This shouldn't boil over. Well, according to the instructions, okay, you shouldn't let this boil. Once you add enough water and you see that the thickness is okay for you, just get it off fire and then you're good to go. Usually, when I'm making this for just the kids, I'll add my sugar and milk while the Hausa cocoa is still on fire. But their dad was also going to eat this, so I didn't add both the sugar and the milk. Okay. So I gave this probably about 5 minutes and then my Hausa cocoa was ready. This morning, ECG decided that they were going to frustrate me. So while I was shooting, the lights went off probably about twice, but I said, oh, day, she have to create content, okay? So, yes, as you can see, my porridge is ready. So, what I usually do is that I'll dish it out and then allow it to cool down a bit. So, during the cooling down process, I'll go ahead and then fry my bufrot or sobe. By this time, the puff puff butter or mixture should have risen a bit. So to be honest, if I had an hour, I would have waited, but I don't. My people are impatient, so I gave it 30 minutes and then I was ready to fry my buffalo. Okay. So in hot oil, I dropped the butter. Like I said, I'm not very good at the whole dropping thing. So this is actually the second part of the frying process. This is the second batch I'm frying, okay. For some reason I lost the first footage. I don't know how come. Probably accidentally deleted it, but whatever. So this is the second batch I'm frying. And yeah, basically that was how we enjoyed the morning. Unfortunately, my people were not patient enough for me to take proper thumbnails. So please, if you watch this and I'm so grateful. Please consider, no, not consider, please give me a thumbs up, okay? And leave a comment down below. Let me know if this is one of your favorite Ghanaian breakfast choices, if you like. And I know a lot of people don't like making Hausa Koko at home and frying both fruits and whatever. But do let me know if it's one of the things that you love to do for the family. And also share this video when you're done watching, okay? And until we meet again in another video, please don't forget to keep blooming.